wahala say dem want the power. Dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not day off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Man of the masses, Mayegun don't come, Mayegun diary politico, Mayegun don't come, this man not the off in mind, Mayegun don't come, aha.
Hello there.
Good
afternoon to you, good morning to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Thank you very much. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today, not just that, tag all the Lagos Abobakus, the Articulutas, the Obedients, everybody. Let's come together because today is day one of the 4 months long charade. And it seems that day one, the Tinubu is missing. You probably know why he's missing, but share the broadcast. Tell them, Mayegun to today.
Mayegun lawamo do. Mayegun diary, na he be number one.
Tell them. Wike is still in London. Tinubu is in London. Atiku launched his own presidential campaign. Today in Abuja, I have a copy of what happened there.
And yes, glory YouTube. And yes, oh, Baba and yes,
even though Tinubu was missing in action, right? The city boys, something I need to say. When you hear about city boys or city girls, right? That's the nice names for the Tinubu's, supporters. When you have a name like Obidients or Obidients or something like that, you will know they are talking about Peter Obi. Now, when you hear about unifier, pacifier, right, you are talking about Atiku. Then when you hear about the revolutionaries, take it back, you know they are talking about Showore. Or somehow if you hear the slogan of Kwakwansi, whatever, right? They are talking about Kwakwanso. Those are the nice ones, right? But other popular names that are not so nice, but they are kind of descriptive enough, like the Tinubu supporters, they are sometimes called the Agbadomites or the Batidiots. The Atifu's supporters are mostly called on this platform, we call them articulators, articulated moguls, articulated morons, and none like that. You can add yours. Also, if you don't want to say it nice about the Obidients too, you can also go to that water part of calling them the Obidients. All of these are going to be common names you're going to be coming across everywhere. However, day one, even though Tinubu was missing, yeah, the Agbadomites, the city boys and girls, they converged in Abuja, the young people. But in their usual way, it will not come without a cost. So I'm thinking of where should we start from? The interesting part or the not so interesting part, but kind of also interesting, which is that of Atiku. I think every part, wherever we start from tonight, is going to be a good start. So I'm going to rather show you what happened in Abuja. So Tinubu didn't show up day one of his own campaign because we have it from the source that he is still in London. And you know why? But what about Shetima? Shetima traveled with him, we were told. But why that one is here and then the Agbadomites are converging in Abuja? That answer is what I don't have yet. But Tinubu didn't bail without a message. Ofileta Roche, like Yoruba will say, he sent a message. I'm coming, I'm just getting my own small medical stuff in the. He didn't say it that way, but in his words, he said today marks the official commencement of 2023 presidential election campaign activities across the country. I invite all Nigerians to join me and His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima on this exciting and important journey as we set our blah, 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 blah. Our nation stands at a threshold of history. We, like almost every other nation, blah, 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 then we must show that we have learned from mistakes of the past. We must be prepared to make difficult decisions. We must be wise. We must be discerning. We must choose progress. We must favor reason over sentiment. And then I am prepared and ready, though he's not there, to show them that he is ready. So with my running mate, which was also absent as well, to provide the leadership that will inspire our country to greater glory with new thinking, innovative ideas and vision. But he wasn't there to say it to them. But, as usual, he said, I call on all Nigerians to please join us. The first people who received the calls were these guys. Isn't that amazing? And they were like trying to let you know that, maybe all of you are laughing. I know if you join Amio, I don't want join Amio, I don't want chop Agbado. There is already Agbado concert in Abuja where the Agbadomites are already displaying what it is like to live in Tinubu's Agbado economy. Now, this may sound like porn, right? But they did this intentionally just to let you know that you may laugh at them, okay? But like you did when they were bringing you certificateless, lifeless Megad, Bokwari, you laughed at them, you mocked them, but at the end of the day, you have to live in the Nigeria that Tinubu and gang brought upon you. So this is to let you know that laugh as you like. Now Tinubu and all that, okay? Now this is not just it. because Baba himself probably watching them over and be like, he called them and they answered. I mean, talking about new thinking, progress, and other blah, 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 you know, they put in that letter, right? So going to Abuja. So this afternoon, they had to go and look for people who are going to help make up the number. You know, the usual way, people are hungry. According to, what do you call him? Pastor, no, they have a name for him. Is that Pastor Solomon Abi Oba Solomoni? Tell me about Nigeria, because we know what this is, Abi.
Ìyà ti fẹ́ fọ́ orí anybody. Ebi ti fẹ́ lu ayé wọn fọ́. Ebi ti yà wọ́n ní wèrè.
Oba Solomoni. And it sounds so kind of, you know, day one. They need to make up the number, and then somebody caught this on camera.
Okay, they say until they get to that place before they share money.
Yes, before, yes, that's what the chairman was saying.
You know,
giving the money there.
Oh dear, okay, they can't be able to give
the way
them
they enter bus.
You know, if they give them here, some people that are not going, we get the money too.
Yes, see the way they enter bus.
You said that
they will call the share and beside bus for them.
I think you said that already give the money to you.
How many buses?
5.
Okay, 5. Wow. Where are they going now? Maybe this
area 10 or
area 10
Square.
It should be Eagle Square.
Yes. Eagle Square.
But this their flag don't make sense again.
No make sense. You
don't So they are like mobilizing people, getting them ready. This is the season, okay? And they've told you many times that all of now, when talk say you won't chase them away. The real voters are poor people, which if they give them 500 or 1,000 naira, you can speak your grammar from now till tomorrow. You can dislike PDP or APC till tomorrow. But they know the people they always get. They are always there. And the number continue to, you know, the basket continue to, you know, fill up. Basket of poverty, which is the evidence of what Nigeria is in 62 years. But young people, I don't think they really care that much, because even at that, it can't be so hard to really fill up the place they wanted to use. So you know, I got these few clips that you can possibly have a chance of seeing what happened at the Tinubu's Youth Agbado Carnival or Agbado Concert in Abuja, for example.
City boy is coming. When I say who is coming, you say city boy. Are you ready, sir? Who is coming? Say. Who is coming? Say. City is. I say city boy is. City boy. City boy.
People, funny people. Anyway, that's not it. I've got more. Let me see if this one will play.
All right, we are here today at Unity Fountain here in Abuja, where a support group of Ashwadi is having a concert for some of their youth, supporters and members of the party. Although the party has shared their campaign inauguration for today, they followed the special prayers we want to have today. But then, the support group are carrying on with their concert, and here we have a whole lot of people still coming. Guys are out here having fun. You can see for the background, we have beautiful ladies wearing caps. So they know. their supporters. If you know you love City Boy, when I say City Boy, you say Golden Boy. City Boy! City Boy! I want you guys to come to the front. Come to the front. Let's move forward. It's time for Nigeria. Come to the front. Don't be afraid. It's our time. Tell somebody it's our time. Yeah. Say it's our time. Yeah. When I say City Boy, you say Golden Boy. City Boy. City Boy. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay.
City boys, golden boys. City girls, golden girls. I mean, people are hungry, they said. And it's campaign time. So yeah, no matter how you feel about that, well, you're going to see more and more of that. And you'll be asking yourself, like, are people that insensitive and they're careless and all that? No. They are the product of the system. The system made them as they are. And as it was yesterday, it is today, so shall it be forever, because it is Nigeria. I have another one, which is also like a sort of a coverage that of their own activity as well. Let me see if I see if that is also playing, because sometimes I get them kind of mixed. That's not the right one. Like I said, give me a sec. Now this.
We're here gathered together in the name of PAT and Kashim Shettima. So if you are here for that reason, please don't stay far away. We have a lot of information we want to give to you, and we want you to see us face to face while we're giving you that information. So all the different support groups, all the different people that have come here independently, please move forward. Move forward. This barricade is the farthest you can go. So move forward.
So that's just all about that anyway. It was just to like see how many people they could mobilize. And one of the things that makes the Obidients sort of always so proud is the fact that they don't pay people to come and join them and all of that stuff, like the regular things. So that makes them feel so like booga all the time. They feel like they can conquer anything. In fact, some of them are already saying, with the way things are, now only INEC feel stop Peter Obi. That's how confident they are, because they don't pay anybody to come out and join them. And they have not even started their own campaign. This, in their own way, they call it rally. But something happened in Just today, right? I'm going to take you through them before we come back to Abuja. Let's leave Abuja. Let's go to Jos, okay? On the street of Jos, where they said the Middle Belt Forum, they organized a rally, a sort of a support rally for Obi. So I believe that they are like people who come from everywhere, and all of them assembled in Jos to tell Obi that they are for him or something like that. Now, from the streets, from what we captured, right? Take a look at this.
What am I going to get this?
That's so much noise. I mean, noise, eh? Jeez. But that's just on the streets. Meanwhile, the venue where they plan to converge, where they actually converged, there are more kind of people waiting there as well, from what we managed to also get. For example, this one. For quality of that video. Here is another one.
And the lineup for the parties of the whole thing. One more time, John. Mr. Obidients!
Then there's also the moment when Obi himself arrived at the entrance of that venue, that mini township stadium they used in Jos. This was also captured, just for your view. And then they got in. So from inside, they got this.
Maybe Sylvester.
It's about the moment that people will be so kind of infatuated into all that is going on that, you know, you call it distraction. People call it distraction, and I agree. I agree. But from me, I'm going to say it is a disruption. A disruption, right? That if you look at it from this angle, if you call it a distraction, right? And then you look at it from the disruptive angle, if the system that we know, the same one, finally feels, threatened, right? The uprising that you are witnessing today that Obi is kind of benefiting from, it's called the Achilles heel. Now, if you never believed before that this Nigeria you are seeing now, you will see it no more. If something doesn't give, the entire place will go up in smoke. Now, if you see Obi now, what the people are doing through Obi now is that they are letting the establishment themselves know that, with the way it is going, yeah, we know what you can do. We know what you are what you usually do. But if at the end of the day, they had a slight chance to box them into enough corner where they will begin to make enough mistakes, now you can be rest assured that you don't need megaphone anymore to assemble the people who are already enraged, angry, and they are already looking for where to let them out. And this is it. That's why every time on this program, you will be following the development from everywhere as things become charged, so that we will all witness the next episode of it. They got inside before they started showing people in. So when you look at the image, when I see image like that, I kind of look into the context. How did that kind of gathering come to be? What are the ingredients that contributed to that gathering? And what could have been the main motivation for such gathering? You can easily tell. The motivation is coming from those who are somehow tired of the same system that pushed you, that pushed me, that pushed everyone to demand for something far, far greater or better than this. It is the same Nigeria. Now, that's the context. That's the picture you see there, right? Now, if at the end of the day, as usual, like I said, they muzzle them as you probably would expect. I am telling you now, free of charge. You would not need any ingredients to burn down Nigeria. That would be done by the politicians, the establishment. There was actually a pastor there. In fact, listen to him, and he's a regular. You know him.
What are we here for? Now listen. Some people have made sacrifice with your blood, the blood of your relations. They have stolen your resources, but now we are saying we are taking back our inheritance. We are taking back our inheritance. Now listen. How many of you are ready to stay under the sun to recover your place? Okay, let me ask you. People have asked me this question. Why, as a preacher, what should I be doing on the campaign ground? What should I be doing on the campaign ground? Well, listen, I am here because the gospel of light must dispel darkness. So, we freedom, and I want you to shout it. Freedom! Now listen, I want you to make sure this week you go and get your PVC. Get your PVC. Is that right? Get your PVC that is lying in INEC offices. Lastly, the middle belt and the northern Nigeria is going to stand with Mr. Peter Obi. So, I want you to make up your mind that you will not sell your conscience. Is that right? Is that right? Now let me welcome the president of the Middle Belt Forum, Dr. Babu, as he brings Mr. Peter Obi. This is the Middle Belt.
So did you get what I said earlier about what made many people? There are those who are like, Biafran supporters, right? But somehow, they will back Obi. Those who are backing Obi, I'm talking now. They will back Obi because that is their own way of paying back to what the system has done, the deprivation, the marginalization, and their own fair share in the brutalization that Nigeria represents, right? There are young people who are graduates, lost their jobs. Some of them who are currently still in school can't go to school, right? And those who are like the victims of the system brutality, police brutality, the injustice here and there, they are not members of any political party, as you know, right? Many of them are not members of Labour or anything, right? They are speaking through, they are professing their rage and anger, according to them, through Obi, in order to punish the system that made their lives hell. No be so. There was actually a woman also somewhere around where that was caught on tape. I don't know if you can hear They said she's praying for Peter Obi. There are people whose families have been kidnapped and killed by terrorists. There are those whose life, savings, businesses, jobs, everything have been taken away by this corrupt system as well. There are farmers who can no longer farm because if they dare, they will pay with their lives. And so many other communities and villages, especially in the middle belt of Nigeria, the people who have been taking the bullet for the people of southern Nigeria, all of us from southwest, southeast, and all that, the people of the middle belt, for years now, they have been burying their own loved ones because they have been the ones who have been kind of holding back the terrorists from probably invading the southern Nigeria, before now. They could have done that long time ago. So the rage, the anger against the system, everyone is looking for where, like the answers, right? They are looking for where to show it and show it so real. And that is what I'm saying in the whole thing. Oh, sure, you get me now. Don't misacknowledge it. Oh. Don't try to not to acknowledge it. Oh. It is happening. And as you call it, a distraction that has managed to attract the people for years who have stood their ground that, no, not this system. They will never bow for it. No, we will never bow for these criminals. And people have paid with their lives, paid with everything they know and all that, right? And today, just like when the answers happened, so many of them are now feeling like they could punish the system. Now, maybe this time around, like me, I am thinking, this time around, when the system comes crushing, on them. Now, I believe you can now kind of have a little bit of confidence that it is not going to be a business as usual anymore. Would you agree with that? The church, the Christians, the Muslims, and so many other groups as well, who have been affected one way or the other by this rotten system, they believe they can defeat the system through Obi movement. You believe they can't. Yeah? You know what I believe, right? Whether they can or they can't, right? What will eventually happen now is that when the system kind of try to stop them, because they can is what they believe in, right? So eventually, if they should make that kind of a threat a reality and the system come crushing. Now, what I then believe is that they will not go away easily, and you can take that to the bank, in my own opinion. However, that's that in Jos for the Obidients. Let's go back to Abuja, because, I mean, the only person who officially launched his own presidential campaign today, and he managed to tell you his own plan, is Atiku. Don't ask me how they did their mobilization, okay? But I'm just going to tell you that even back in the East, after Atiku's visit, maybe not before or after, yeah? I don't know if you have seen this. The Eastern Nigeria, who said that anybody who failed to support, any Igbo man or woman who failed to support Atiku is a saboteur. Now, a saboteur in Igbo land is a very, very grievous allegation because of what is attached to it. It's like you betraying your people. Do you get that now? So, in Eastern Nigeria, the political class that are known as the Efulefus, as my Igbo brothers and sisters will call them, right? The Efulefus, political leaders of Igbo land, yeah, they have been called the Efulefus for so many times, and saboteurs. But it's so strange that the same political leaders, yeah, Ihedioha and the rest of them, Anyim and all that. So especially Ihedioha, the disgraced former governor for Imo State, he said that any Igbo man or any Igbo for that matter that failed to support Atiku is a saboteur to Igbo progress, because through Atiku comes the Igbo presidency. Now, let me tell you something about Igbo presidency. I mean, I'm not an old man, but I have been hearing about Igbo presidency now, at least for the past 14 years. No, we just cut and short, 14, 15 years. Oh, Igbo presidency. So people have now figured out that in Eastern Nigeria, yeah, the politicians there, they are not interested in any Igbo president. Forget. It is actually like a every 4-year ritual. They use that to negotiate for whatever they can get from Nigeria. And this kind of, saddens the mind of those who have supported the PDP in Eastern Nigeria for years. Now, those ones too, they want to take their own pound of flesh on PDP through Obi. Anyway, before they all assembled in Abuja today, from Enugu yesterday, it be like, say, I don't know what caused the fight. So they're saying a faction, no faction, no. But PDP leaders, Eastern leaders, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and they will.
Jesus' name we pray. Thank you very much. Please, may we take our seats. We are conscious of the fact that we don't have time enough. Thank you.
Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, PDP! To take this event further is Mrs. Chinwe, Director of Media and Publicity, National Protocol.
Thank you.
The acting national chairman of my great party is here. He's being a political activist, governorship candidate 2019 Yoruba State. His Excellency Ambassador Umar Iliadamadu, the presidential candidate of our party, who by the grace of God will be the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, May 29, 2023. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, Grand Commander of the Order of Nigeria. Vice presidential candidate. Come out from there. Come out. What is your problem? His Excellency Senator Dr. Secretary for Great Party, a legislator of records, the human rights activist award, Senator Samuel Ryan, one of the great stars of the Southeast. The National Vice Chairman of the Southeast Board, the chief host of this event, Chief Dr. Ali His Excellency, Chief Dr. Ifeanyi PhD, Guru of the want of time, former Vice President is here. They are all in the campaign council. Senator Saraki is an envoy of the campaign. Senator is a special advisor in the campaign. We have several sitting National Assembly members here, former governors, former ministers, everyone from national, elected from the Southeast. They have the full complement of the national leadership of our great party here in the Southeast consultative meeting holding here today. For want of time, I would like to hand over to the MCs to begin to run the rights of the agenda. Good afternoon and welcome to this meeting. PDP! Power to the people!
Slap arm. Oh yeah, rough arm. Do throw into water. That was, I mean, I actually thought it was before Atifku. I didn't know it was actually like Atifku was there. Everybody did there. That was waiting up for Enugu yesterday. Okay. But in Abuja today, I mean, some people said it was because of the Atifku money. Some faction collected the money from Ebonyi State. Okay, let me tell you what happened. The reason why they are beating themselves, yeah? The 5 states from Eastern Nigeria, they are those who hosted Atifku yesterday and Okowa. Okay? So when they got there, mobilization money, they said the Ebonyi, the 5 states, Enugu, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi, and then one more. What's the other? Anambra. But you see that of Ebonyi, they have two factions of PDP there since Umahi abandoned them and joined APC, right? So these two factions, when Atiku money for mobilization landed, they give them, state by state to mobilize everywhere, come Enugu. The money for Ebonyi, now one faction collect them. But the second faction, when no collect money, they still show up. That they are the real one. Now you be the real one. Now we be the real one. Now you go collect campaign money. Now we suppose, in order fight, they carry and come venue. So they say, wait, they go pay, wait, don't worry. We'll give you your own money. We'll give you money to go back. We came here. We came here with almost 6 buses from Ebonyi. And we no pay them. We told them that when we get here, we will pay them. And now these people collected the money. They are not the real PDP. Now the fight, seriously, that was what happened. Say, wait, Oga. See. Excellencies up there. Wait, how much? How much is the transport? We'll pay you. Sit down. So eventually they settled. And somehow, they are mobilized to Abuja today. And in Abuja, they met the official presidential court jester, Dino Melaye. He was there to welcome them and introduce Atiku to the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, from Abuja today, Dino Melaye.
To hear from the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces come May 29, 2023. But before we do that, we'll have a rousing, and I welcome Senator Dino Melaye to take this very bit. Nigeria, say Atiku. Nigeria, Nani Atiku. Nigeria, Atiku Niko. Nigeria, only Atiku we know. Senator Dino Melaye.
PDP! I want them to hear in the villa. PDP! If you love Atiku, clap your hands. If you vote Atiku, clap your hands. If you vote Okowa, Ninme oh. If you vote Okowa, clap your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. The little boy from Jada, who moved around barefooted, single child of his mother, rose from a child to become a custom officer, became a governor, and today, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the most experienced of all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with me, you will jam your hands together for the man who can sign, he can sign 10 papers in 1 minute. We are happy in PDP that we don't have a presidential aspirant that will take 10 minutes to sign 1 document. Atiku will sign 10 documents in 1 minute. Please clap for Atiku. Do you know Atiku Okowa on their way to Villa? I know Atiku Okowa on their way to. Do you know Atiku Okowa on their way to Villa? I know Atiku Okowa. You know, say Okowa na gentleman. You know, go like make I talk some things. But do you know Tinubu on his way to Iraq PG? I know Tinubu on his way to Iraq PG. Ladies and gentlemen, because of time, we're not going to waste our time. We have all the 6 geopolitical zones here represented today. If I call your zone and you know that you have resolved for Atiku Okowa, just stand up and shout Atiku Okowa. So we are going to start Northwest, Northwest, North Central. I bet that's my zone. North Central. Correct. Northeast. Endorsed. Southeast. Yes. South. South. Southwest. With this, it shows that the 6 zones of this country have endorsed Atiku Okowa as President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For want of time, we will waste no time. I want to invite to the microphone one single Nigerian with multiple competencies, a man indoctrinated with the art of civil administration and the rudiment of politics, Atiku Abubakar, the pacifier, the amplifier, and the unifier. Atiku.
Why is he always screaming, by the way? I mean, that is their typical campaign. Wait for their campaign. Oh, you go see video, you go see clips, you go see jibes, you go see utterances, vile statements, because that is what they use to rile their different bases. That is their election. So don't pretend that you don't know. You've been laughing. All of you are laughing there. If you have Atiku Okowa, Tinubu, and all that stuff. He's a unifier, pacifier. He walked with barefooted. He had no money. He was everywhere. He became rich. And look at him. He's saying, Atiku, make my pikin be like Atiku. Do you get that now? That's it. Atiku will not let you go hungry. Atiku will make sure that your children, they are able to eat. Because it's all about, they know they created you in that position in a way. Well, I don't want to be like Mayegun. We know say you know like them, but at least no they talk like that. Maybe we hear from Atiku himself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have time, listen to Atiku. What do you have? He's the only person who have spoken. Let's give that to him. He's the only person, even if not right and right time. He's the only person who have said, this is what I'm going to do. Tinubu, when they say Tinubu, what do you go do? The last time they asked Tinubu, see, Baba, you sure say you know too old like this. What you, I mean, like somebody young, like he said, no.
He said, guys, I'm begging you to tolerate and make peace part of your master plan. You be there and get time for you. I will be you and I will do.
Mayogo, it's not good to be mocking people who have sickness. So you know he's sick, Abi? You know he's sick and you want to make a sick man to be your president. So you know, be say